Tucson is the largest annual customer for CAP water. The Central Arizona project is a 336-mile-long set of canals and pumping stations. Delivers water from the Colorado River near Lake Havasu. We pump 1.6 million acre-feet a year out of the Colorado River. 1 acre-foot is 325,851 gallons. You can think of that as a football field. The area between the goalposts on a football field is about 1 acre. So if you were to think of water 1 foot deep there, that's an acre-foot. That's roughly 500 billion gallons a year. Along the way, the water is lifted about 3,000 feet in elevation. So we have 14 pumping stations that are located at strategic points along the canal. The canals are designed to flow by gravity. And our ideal for the design was to have that gravity take the water as far as possible before we had to lift it up again with another pumping plant. It's one of the reasons why the canal is not a straight line east from the river to Phoenix and a straight line southeast to Tucson. At the end of the system, south of Tucson, we have a recharge project where any water left over after all of that, that's ordered but not used, is put into that recharge project. Wells are drilled, holes are drilled down into the area where there's lots of sands and gravels, and then the pump brings it up to the surface.
We are at SAVSAR, which is a Southern Upriver Valley Recharge and Storage Project. SAVSAR recharges 60,000 acre-feet a year into the local aquifer. And then Tucson Water is currently withdrawing about 20% of that for use, immediate use, and then the rest of it's going into storage. SAVSAR is one of 3 projects that Tucson Water runs, or Tucson Water uses to store their recharge allotment from its CAP. We have 9 basins here at SAVSAR for a total of about 215 acre-feet, or 215 acres of available recharge area. That's 25,000 gallons a minute. It'll fill your swimming pool in about 15 seconds. We got more basins than we need because you have to dry them out. You have to rotate them. And if you didn't rotate them, they would turn into ponds. The algae would build up, the infiltration rate drops, and you wouldn't be able to get the water through them. The concrete wrap provides bank stability because the wind comes out of the southwest, and if we didn't have this wrap, you get erosion on the banks, and then every few years you'd have to come in here and rebuild the banks. The first few feet of the aquifer soil takes out all the bacteria and organisms that are in normal river water. As it filters down through the aquifer, all the biological activity eats up all the organisms, and by the time it mixes with the aquifer, it's perfectly fine to drink.
We recover that water on a demand basis. Then we deliver that water through our own pipelines to the Hayden-Udall facility. CAP then lifts it up to our Clearwell reservoir. From that reservoir, it flows through a 96-inch line that then branches out into the city and distributes that water out into the city to meet customer demand.